Hi guys, welcome back, and I am Hannah, and today we are going to be learning the past simple of be for primary 2 second term. So let's get started. So I'm going to give you a sentence that represents the past simple of be. I was playing. Okay, you might be asking me right now, how does this represent this? Like, the letter B isn't even in this sentence. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. You see was right here? Was is actually the past simple of be, as crazy as it might sound, but it is. So, now I'm going to show you another example of past simple of be. It is they were playing. Okay, now you're asking me, how is this even possible? You just said that was is the past simple and was isn't even in this sentence. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Where is also the past simple of be. Okay, you might be asking now, when do I use where and when do I use was? Okay, that is actually very simple, and I'm going to answer it right now. So, when you have they and we and you will have to use where. But if you have he, she, it, or I, you will actually have to use was. So I want you to memorize this, take a screenshot if you have to, and be sure to remember this because this is very, very, very important. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something that you can actually make questions with this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how. So you are going to ask someone, was I sleeping? You're going to ask that question for some reason. Okay, was I sleeping? You're asking someone, and they're going to reply with a little bit of a weird mechanic. They're going to say, they're going to make a cross, and they're going to say, you can choose at first, it can be yes. So yes, the I will turn into a U, okay? And because there is you, there will have to be a where. So yes, you were sleeping. So now we have the answer, but you can also say no, you weren't sleeping. When you see no, you have to add the NT. So the moment you see no, you have to remember that no equals NT at the end of was or where. So now I'm going to give you another example really quickly. It is where you eating? Okay, now we have a question, where are you eating? You're going to do the same cross. You're the one answering this time. You're going to do the cross, but now remember last time when we turned the I into a U, when you turned the I into a U, and the was into a where. Yes, we're going to do something similar, but it is going to be where you eating. It's going to be, we're going to turn the I, we're going to turn the U into an I because there is an I. We're gonna have to add was and then eating. And as we just said, you can add yes, I was eating, or no, I wasn't eating. I wasn't. Remember, if you don't add the NT at the end, you're not going to get the mark. Anyways, so I'm now going to give you examples, and I want, if you get 3 points, you are going to win today's challenge. I am daring you to get 3 points. You gotta do that challenge. I dare you. Anyway, so the first question is, Ben was or were at the zoo. So you're gonna have to answer this. I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds. Okay, if you answered where, you are wrong. If you answered was, you are correct. Let me explain why. So, when we see Ben, we think of, oh yeah, that's a boy's name, so it's gonna be he. Ben equals he. And as we said earlier, he gets was. He was, as you can see. So we're going to have to pick was. If you picked it wrong, then you might have to go back and recheck your answers to see if you are actually correct. And I want to make sure that you learned that correctly. So if you answered it wrong, please go back and then come back again and recheck your answer, because you'll probably understand it then. So the next question is, my mother and I was or were at school yeah, so this morning. I want you to pick very quickly. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. So if you picked was, you are actually wrong. If you picked where, you are correct. Let me explain. So, my mother, that is a she. Yes, so she takes was, but there is an addition of I. So it equals we. And we takes where, as we explained earlier. So if you answered this question correct, get 1 point, and if you answered the one before it correct, you also get 1 point. Now for the last and final question, the children was or where. I'm not gonna complete this. Okay, so if you picked was, you are wrong. If you picked where, you are correct, because the children is they, and it takes them. So if you answer this correct, you get 3 points, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Actually, Bye bye. I hope you have a great day and see you in the next one.